Hello, you fine people out there, and Happy New Year. I know it's a bit late, but hey, I haven't made a video yet for this year, and sadly this has to be my first. And don't worry for any ASF related stuff, I'm going to do a lot more this year, because I'm going to try and pile everything on, so I'm going to make things like together, instead of working at one at a time. So there might be a big gap in between, but you'll get a slew of shows. You know, that's why there's a little bit of a wait now, because I've been piling everything on top. But hopefully that pile of shows will then cover when I'm making more shows. So hopefully I'll get a lot more done this year in terms of the ASF. In other news, of course, why I made this video is not to confirm that I'm not dead. But to confirm that another company is dead, but you know which company that is. But where am I going to start? Right, why have I entitled this video Faker Than Fake? Basically, Kanina showed me yesterday some footage from SmackDown on Friday the 13th. And it was featuring the match between the Big Show and Daniel Bryan, and the ending of it, I just want to rant about it, because even though I don't watch the show anymore, it's something that needs to be pointed out, because I know a lot of you are probably thinking the same. I don't know, but I want to shed some light on how bad that scene really went down at the ending of the show, because you had Daniel Bryan runs away from the Big Show outside the ring. He runs around the ring, and then the Big Show collides into whoever her name is. I don't care about the Divas division, so I'm not going to remember any of their names. He runs her over, or whatever. Like, he knocks into her, and apparently she's brutally injured or some crap. And Daniel Bryan was cursing his way up the ramp. I'm gonna break down that 10 seconds of footage to show you how really bad that scene was. It was atrocious. I can't begin. Where to begin? Okay, problem number one with that scene was, well, first off, what would you do if you saw a 7-foot giant run towards you? Okay, let's have a think about that. Maybe I might run away as well, or I might get out of the way, or I might step out of the way. I would do anything physically possible to get out of that person's way, because obviously he's chasing after the guy that's just run past me. So what am I going to do? No, I'm going to stand here like a bimbo. See, that's just proof that they want to display the Divas as a load of weak rubbish and freaking dumb as hell, because that was just stupid. But then again, it's not wholly her fault, because that brings me on to reason number two. Daniel Bryan, okay, Kanina pointed this out to me, raised this point, but Daniel Bryan, obviously he was stupid enough to run past her and not, you know, bring her with him, knowing that the Big Show was going to follow. Even though he probably was filled with the reason that, you know, she might run away as well, possibly. But he was a bit stupid for running in that direction in the first place. He could have run up the ramp, or the other way around the ring. Or, you know, just away from her, you know, if you're supposed to be protecting her or whatever, I don't know. But, yeah, so that was reason number two that it was so stupid. And should never have happened. Reason number three is the Big Show. Right, if you want to display someone that is injured and they've been run over, the first thing you do is you actually run into them. What did he do? Suddenly he bashes into her and the brakes come on like he's a frickin' car, and he goes, "Arr!" And he just stops there like flipping, as if he could have stopped before that. And again, it's just stupid. He could have done that before, or better yet, if you want to sell the situation that she's been injured and hurt, what you need to do is fall over as well. Therefore, you've run into her, you've fallen over. She's fallen over because you've ran into her, and everything would have been fine. You know, you could have actually sold the fact that she was injured by any sort of degree. How much time? Oh, 5 minutes, I'm doing good. Reason number 4, well, hang on a minute, I'm still on reason number 3. The other way you could have done that better, instead of just falling over, is he could have landed on top of her, not literally, but just made it look like he landed on top of her. You know, he could have secured himself by putting his knees down and his hands down, so it looks like he fell on top of her. You know, like they usually do if a big man comes down on a woman. They usually do something so they don't physically hit them, and because obviously she'd be completely dead and flattened if he did. So then I'd definitely feel sorry for her, because wow, ouch. But yeah, again, you could have done that instead of just going put on the brakes and then suddenly she's fallen over like some kind of bimbo. Reason number 4. That's 4. That's 3. That's 4. Fingers, hate them. Reason number 4 is, you know, hang on a minute, right, we got the ring, which is the canvas, we got the ropes, steel cables, whatever, we got the ring posts, we got the apron, we got the concrete on the outside, but what's usually around the ring before the concrete? I gotta think about that for a minute. What is around there? That's a good puzzle. Obviously this was a head scratcher for Vince. I know how he feels, so wait, no I don't. There's security mats around the ring. So they're designed to be fallen onto. Basically, you put all these things together that went wrong, and collectively they just say that this scene was more faker than fake. Thank you, title of the video. That's what I'm getting at, and now you know why. Because Daniel Bryan shouldn't have run past her, she should have moved out the way, he shouldn't have ran into her, he shouldn't have put on the brakes the minute he ran into her, and she's falling onto security mats. I don't know how more fake that can get. Vince, if you want people to believe that your business is not fake, then please demonstrate that for us. Demonstrate that your business is not fake, and that was just horrible. That scene, I don't watch the show, but it was horrible. Kanina only watched it because someone said that the Big Show had hit someone or hit a female competitor, and it's like, no, what? That's not. Whoever said that was totally off their analysis. Okay, yeah, sure, he hit her, but not like a boom punch. He just ran into her. Basically, it was more like it. I don't even call it that. I call it he faked into her. And she fell over and said, "Oh, I'm injured," you know, doing a football player, like European, that is, or England, I should say, football player, not an American football player. You know, they can get injured all they want because they do much more physical stuff. But, you know, it's just like, that scene was terrible. Absolutely terrible. What else is there to say? I can't break that down anymore. Daniel Bryan gets points for saying the word bastard before they leave backstage. But really, that still does not cut it for me. A swear word does not... It doesn't mean anything to me, especially when you say your product is PG. That's just you trying to say, we're still attractable and we can bring in people that don't like PG products and everything by saying bad words. It's like, I don't count swear words, even though I'm calling them swear words right now, but I don't regard them as that. I don't regard them as necessarily bad, not that I have Tourette's or anything like that. But you use swear words more days to add emphasis on what you're saying. So I fucking mean this. No, I mean this. It has no buzz to it. So you put emphasis by swearing or saying a bad word. Sometimes it can be comical, sometimes it can be serious. It depends on what context you put it in. Some people just say it because they like swearing, you know, which is just god awful, because I don't like that when people just swear for the hell of it. And blatantly that's probably what Daniel Bryan was doing, you know, because that probably wasn't scripted. He was probably saying something like, you know, let's say a swear word because I'm not on a microphone, I'm just walking backstage, and hardly one can hear me apart from the people on the TV. But really, that scene was terrible. I don't know, who are they trying to display as the bad guy here? Are they trying to display Daniel Bryan as a bad guy, turn him into a heel by letting that happen? Because, like I said, he ran past her, he didn't push her out the way or anything, and then that happened. I mean, if the scene went well, Daniel Bryan would be made out as the bad guy. Because he's cursing at the Big Show, going, blah, 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 blah. You know, you ran over her, and you know, it wasn't my fault, it wasn't me, I didn't push her out the way, or you know, because I didn't push her out the way, or I ran past her, it wasn't my fault, or anything like that. And because the Big Show afterwards hilariously cries his eyes out like a big fucking baby, and you know, so I don't know who they're trying to push. I thought they were trying to put the Big Show into a heel because is it Shaq O'Neal is his name? They're trying to get him into WrestleMania to have a match with the Big Show. So obviously they want Big Show to be a heel by the time that comes up. So that would be a logical time to make it. You know, you can have the Big Show saying something like, I can envision it now, like the Big Show saying, you know, I meant to do that later on. That may be what it's building up to. I will never find out, but you probably will. Unless, of course, I continue following this story online, if I can be bothered. But yeah, so it builds things up for the future, but I just wanted to rant about that. I just needed to get it off my chest, and now I have, and I'm happy. And yeah. So that's all I wanted. So give me your views and insights on what you think will happen, or your opinion on that scene of the Big Show running over Mrs. I don't know her name. And yeah, but it all adds up to be that is probably the most fakest thing I've ever seen, you know, ever in wrestling. Completely. I've run out of words to say. But yeah, I will see you soon on the regular show. If people are wondering what's happened to my Let's Play, don't worry, that hasn't been completely cancelled. I'm just having a break from that as well. I was having a break. I was just building on shows, but I'm going to start that again soon as well. So expect that, and expect more shows to come up during the year. And yeah, I'll call it a day there. So I will see you laters. But yeah, enjoy the WWE.